All right. Now, I got to ask this question.
Go ahead.
All right. It's another elephant in the room.
Okay.
You got to get it across.
Hey,
now, what's up with the separation of Southern Playas?
Well, the separation pretty much came. Well, let me take it back. 2004, I left Georgia.
Okay, you left Georgia, like you moved out.
Yeah, I moved altogether. I think before then, we kind of like separated because of what was going on with the money and the label.
Okay, let's get into that real quick. All right, so what made y'all separate, for one? Two, and did y'all separate before like things started declining, or it was in the midst of y'all? Because it like at one point y'all was out, and then it's like y'all just disappeared.
It started declining when we came off tour. When I left Miami, came back. And
that's when
everything started kind of
going in
because now I didn't trust the situation no more.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So our situations was just like the movie, the NWA movie.
Yeah.
When Ice Cube found out what was going on, he left the group.
Right.
Because he woke up. That was the same situation with Cantrell.
With him. Yeah.
You know, and the rest of us were still trying to ride it out. You know, thinking that okay, things were going to change. He was going to come back.
How long y'all tried? Like how long y'all was going for like,
a while.
Without him?
It was for a while.
Yeah, y'all did for a while, right?
Because we recorded.
Y'all did.
Yeah, we did it for a while. We did it for some months.
Yeah, because you try to keep the name going.
Yeah.
You know, because you know once a name dies, it's hard kind of get that steam back going.
Yeah, it is.
It's hard.
But
It's
see,
really hard.
The thing about it is when you have one member in the group that understands and is trying to get everybody else to see things and band together to stand up against whatever the thing is that's coming up against us. Mm-hmm. It's hard to try to maintain the rest of the group when that piece is gone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got infighting with people that don't, with a person or people that don't understand.
Right.
And you trying to get people to understand and band together. It was hard.
It was.
So, of course, part of the glue was gone. So, of course, everything else just fell apart.
And the crazy part about that, I didn't want to do that. But I had to because I was trying to, I didn't know other way to try to wake them up. You see what I'm saying? I was trying to wake them up, but I didn't understand how to wake them up. Yeah. So the only thing I could do was say, hey, I'm just going to show by action. Mm-hmm. So, but when I left, I ended up getting some paper. Then I came back to y'all, remember? Yep. And I split the paper with my boys. Yeah. They told me not to do that. Oh man, oh yeah, it was dirty. Oh,
it was some.
Hey, look. Okay, you left. We need you back on that road. So when we get to New Orleans, which we was in Southern, we was in Southern. We was in Louisiana. He said, when we get to New Orleans, I'm gonna make sure you get your money. Right. So when we got to Southern, man, I ain't care about coming. Really, when we came back, I didn't really care no more. Right. I don't think I cared about was I wanted to see the money. See the money, right? So I could go in the room and say, hey man, here you go. And I was trying to show them. Now let's stick together. Let's get this money.
Right.
But it backfired.
He had seen something that we didn't see.
It backfired on him. Right. You know what I'm saying? It backfired, but then again, it didn't because they started seeing later on. They were like, "Wait a minute, this dude right."
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You know what people was trying to do was trying to pacify us to keep us from trying to dig deeper into what was going on. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Getting us in the studio, doing this and that, and trying to keep us distracted from what was really going on when it came to the contract. Right. Yeah. You know, when it came to publishing. Mm-hmm. You know, because that was one of the biggest things, the biggest problem is the publishing. Yeah.
Especially back in those days too, because a lot of artists back in those days, a lot of the artists, they was like normal for artists to get screwed over. Yeah. Far as because y'all should be millionaires.
Yeah. It's exactly.
Y'all should be millionaires. Exactly. Like seriously.
You know what I say is that
instead of thousandaires.
Except for having a couple thousand. Yeah, we should be million, you know. But hey, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I ain't complaining about that.
It's coming now.
It's beginning to show up. It's beginning to show up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you know what I learned, man, is that I was pointing fingers so much at the label, at him. I was pointing. You know, I was just so angry. You know, for 6 months, man. Do you know I cried in the bathroom for 6 months straight? Every day I get up and go cry because I couldn't understand how I worked so hard and just let everything just slip through my hand. I didn't understand that. And I was like, why my boys ain't with me?
You know, we were naive, we were young, we didn't understand the business.
So one day, I ended up calling the label. And I told him, I said, you know what? I'm going to apologize to y'all. He said, for what? I said, because that situation that we was in, it was my fault. Because I didn't take time out to learn what I was getting in. Right. I thought, you make a song, we rich.
You rich. Yeah. Like everybody think, yeah.
But it don't work like that.
Right.
This ain't called recording a record business. This is called the music business. So you got to know everything from points to percentages to everything.
Royalties.
You got to know how to get them. You got to understand what your catalog means.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to understand all that. And we didn't know none of that.
We didn't know anything about BDS.
None of that.
SoundScan, anything.
None of that.
All we knew was copyrights and
That's
contracts. And then we didn't even get an entertainment lawyer because one of the things about it is we trusted our executive producer and our manager at the time.
Yeah, because, I mean, they got y'all where y'all at.
Yeah.
Right.
And we just knew what we had, and we thought they saw the same thing in us. To if you treat us right, we're going to be in this thing for a long time. Because all we was thinking about was longevity.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So we riding it out, and we getting show money, but we was like, okay, well, where's the royalties?
I'm going to tell you a little.
And then I got a phone call saying, hey, I need you to cash this check for me. I'm like, okay, cool. You know? So we ride down to Dean Bridge and Gordon Highway to the check cashing place. I'm cashing a $10,000 check in my name, but the money ain't coming to me. I'm like, yo, we putting money in all our pockets, man. But we go outside and I'm like, yo, how's a check in my name for 10 grand, but I'm not getting any of it?
Now you had to cash the check and give it to the manager.
That is wild.
That's crazy, right?
So what did they tell you? Was it overhead costs?
Yeah.
The overhead
That's
costs.
what I was told.
The overhead
I was
costs.
told, okay,
yeah.
we gotta recoup these royalties because studio, you guys traveling, we put you in the best hotels, we doing this and that.
So where was y'all recording at?
Well, that's the thing. That's where they tried to pacify us when Rufus got that house out in Hepzibah and put a recording studio in there. That was our studio to record
Rufus Van.
Yes.
Okay.
He was our manager at the time.
He was our manager at the time.
Okay.
And we were recording in that studio, but then we would deal with Malcolm Parks as well. Well, we were doing that on our own, going to record with Malcolm Parks. But I guess we were being, so to speak, charged by recording in his studio, so that justified him getting money back off the top. I guess.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy back then.
Okay.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. It was just weird. I'm gonna tell you something too. It was some weirdo stuff going on. But let me tell you something though, man. I'm gonna tell you how I know. And I know it made the label feel our manager kind of stupid. They was in the studio in Augusta. I mean, in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. Remember the dude in the wheelchair? The white dude?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So they called me to come in because they said, man, you need to come in, let's do this song together. I was like, okay, cool. So they already had recorded their verse. I came in, I laid my verse down. When I came out, he was on the phone with our manager. The guy in the studio said, man, y'all should be a group. So he didn't know we was a group. He just thought I was just coming in just
to come and do the song.
Yeah, do the song. But he was like, man, y'all should be a group. And we looked at him and said, we are a group.
Yeah. So that, okay, that's another thing I want to get into. It seems like, cause, when somebody try to look you up, you don't really have a video. Right. Mm-hmm. That's another thing I think that kind of hurt the legacy a little bit because people can't go back and, because 12 Gauge got a video.
Mm-hmm.
I think Daisy Dukes have one.
They do.
They got one? Mm-hmm. Because, a lot of artists didn't have the videos back then. But what was the purpose? Like, what was the reason y'all didn't have one?
Well, I don't know if you remember. LaFace sent us on tour for the bass compilation. We was down, I think we flew into Miami and some other parts. It was us, Dana, Pressure, and some other folks. And they promised us, they said, well, when we fly you back in, Tony Mercedes said, when you guys fly back in, we're going to work on shooting a video for Dickie Ride.
Because that would have been hurt. That would have been, the video would have just.
Yep. Because remember when that's when Tony's office was right there off of Old National where Hot 97.5 used to be. Yeah. And we came in, he let that comedian hit a song. I forgot his name. The comedian was like, oh man, that song is hot. And then after that, we met with Bruce at Chantel's.
Bruce.
Yeah. And he was like, yo, they going to Miami, they doing this, and we're going to shoot the video. And he was like, yo, I want to be a part of that.
So y'all was talking to Bruce about getting in the video?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's dope, bro.
Yeah,
okay.
that was when Bruce was Bruce.
Yeah. That was real Bruce. Yeah, for real.
I remember we was at Chantel's soul food restaurant over in West End and sitting down and talking with him.
Yeah.
And we went on tour, we did the shows. When we got back, it was an uproar about what was going on with us and some other stuff. And some kind of way the video got pushed on to the back and it got forgotten.
It got forgotten.
Yeah, and I think from that, what happened was that's when everything started coming out.
Yeah.
You know, about the money
and all
and
that.
everything.
And that what basically just
that kind of
pushed the video and everything.
Yeah, that kind of pushed everything back, man, because we start. It's like, you know how you be sleeping, all of a sudden you just jump up, and that's what it was with us. We like, okay, we woke up now. You know, like, okay, and they didn't really like that, man. It's one thing a label don't like, you being smart.
Yep.
Or they do not like you if you smart. You know, they won't sign you no matter how hot you is. They don't want to deal. They want to deal with somebody that they could just run over.
Right.
Okay, you don't know nothing. Put you on tour.
Right.
See, that's how it was back then. And when everything started coming out, it was like a sharp turn.
Sure was.
You know, we still recorded some music because I think we did that. The song that me, Marcus, and Fan did, "Feels Like I'm Moving."
Feel like I'm moving.
Yeah, we did that with B-Rock, and we never put that out.
Right.
You know, we did. That's when we also did
Party,
and never put it out.
Right.
You know,
and we did that song with Nabs on Player Haters.
Never put it out.
So let me ask you a question. So during that time, when it started declining, because I'm pretty, from my knowledge from back then, because I studied the music.
Right.
With my knowledge, a lot of those artists were dropping as well.
Right.
Like, you know, the ones that was before y'all and, you know, whatever. So y'all was kind of like the last ones, or were they was some after y'all? Like, when it's dropping, or?
Let's say we
was the last one from Augusta.
Yeah,
Augusta.
Yeah,
okay.
We rode from like 96 all the way to right at 2000.
2000, yeah.
Yeah,
we had a nice run though.
I know Daisy Dudes. I ain't hearing. I heard What's Up.
Yeah, Snow.
And
Snow Player Punch.
I think I heard maybe one more for Snow, and he disappeared.
Yeah.
Pressure disappeared.
Yeah, Florida Boys, Backyard Party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they disappeared.
They disappeared.
Lathan came out.
What happened to Lathan?
I have no idea.
Exactly.
I have no idea.
Hit him with, I'm gonna hit you with a hit. Bye.
Yeah.
That's it.
like Russell Simmons. Thanks for coming out. God bless. Good night.
Yeah, good night. He ain't got nothing else to say. Good night. We out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But you know what's so crazy though? All that stuff that happens. And now that I look back at it, it's a blessing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because the way we are is right now, everything, now we controlling everything. See, we know how to move them.
Right.
See, back then we didn't understand what was going on. Even when the group broke up, I was lost.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't know where to go. I didn't know was I going to coming, man. Right. I didn't know what to do. I was in a bad space.
Right.
Because I didn't understand what was going on. But he said one thing to us: whatever y'all do, never break up.
Right.
He said that one thing to us. And he kept saying that. And I was like, why is he saying this to me? Right. But hey, again, a group is a group. Right. Sometimes groups gonna break up. A lot of groups break up.
And I'm glad you said that. I was just about to say that. I tell a few people that I talk to, groups don't last.
No, they don't.
I mean, there's not a group in history that I know that stayed together from the beginning to the end without any separations and getting back. There's not one group in the history of music.
Even the Beatles broke up.
Right. In the history of music, not one group. So it's just because, why is that? Why you?
I think it's because egos.
Egos.
Okay. Not understanding the business.
When the money starts coming in, you know, sometimes people go different directions. You know, like they were mad at me for a while because they thought I was coming off the top. They thought I was sticking them. You know, because I took care of a lot.
Yeah, we thought he was.
They really thought.
We thought, boy.
I'm gonna tell you when they really thought this.
Why? Because you was more connected.
I produced all the music.
Oh.
And I wrote a lot of the lyrics for a lot of the songs that we did. You know. And I used to tell some of the guys, y'all need to write your own music. And someone was like, no, we're comfortable with what you're writing.
Yeah.
So I put everybody on all the copyrights for everything that we did that if they wrote, the name went on there. If they didn't,
they didn't go on there.
They didn't go on there. But what happened was, in New York, I was in a car accident. And when I came back to Georgia, I had a lawyer up there that got me some money. And when that money came through, I had that, remember that gold, that black and gold Jeep I had?
With the rims on it.
I put some rims on it, put a sound system in it. And you know, it was riding dirty. It was some gold D's on it. No, some gold LA wire wheels.
Yeah, they was.
So it was nice.
Right.
So of course, some people thought, "Oh, you getting money, from the group."
From the group.
Oh, so you doing us like that? So I'm like, "Yo."
That's when I told I came. That's when I came.
You doing us like that?
I came to him. I said he pulled up. I leaned over his window and said, "Hey, I'm finna start writing my own verses."
So I'm like, nah, bro, I'm not getting. And on top of that, I was doing some other stuff. You know,
Look
I was
at
doing.
you. What
Yeah,
these guys.
these guys.
But you know, but honestly though, keeping it G, keeping it real, keeping it 1,000. Technically, if it was on paperwork, you would get more percentage on the strength of technically.
Yeah, because producing, I was getting my points and everything, and writers right.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing that I wasn't getting because I didn't know. Well, I knew, but I didn't have a publishing company.
Right.
So I wasn't getting publishing.
You're saying a lot of people don't know about publishing.
Exactly.
Right. They don't understand that.
But that's where everything goes in at. That's how you get paid from your publishing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people think, oh, well, I got my writer's rights. Well, you ain't gonna see nothing but about 6 cents.
Right. Right. And see, I feel. Right. So let me ask you a question. Do you feel like are artists not knowing the business? Do you feel like, okay, now these days ain't no excuse because so much technology. You can figure, you can just study it.
Right.
But back in those times, do you? It was a lot harder for you to kind of understand the business because it wasn't things the industry hacks and the industry tips and all that wasn't out there for people to know how to
It wasn't for you to know though.
Right.
It wasn't. It was for you to rely on your manager
and your label and all them to take care of whatever you need. Your job was to do whatever they tell you to do.
Yeah.
Right. That's what that was.
That's how a lot of people, and it was a common thing for them to tell you, well, you know, your first single, you're going to get stuck.
Right.
They're going to get you one way or the other.
Right.
You know, and that may very well be true, but you can minimize the pain from that because if you know your stuff, you can negotiate your percentages.
Right.
You know, just like Master P did.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You can go in there and say, I don't want a record deal. Give me a production deal. Give me a distribution deal.
Right.
You know, all I need you to do is distribute my stuff. I'll do everything on this end.
Right.
I got this. You just put it in the stores, mom and pop stores and all that. I got the rest.
Right.
And that was smart because he did what? What was
I think it was 90, 95, 85%, something like that.
Yeah, I think Parati had 15% or something.
He had majority.
He was making more money than they would. That's why they out of business. He put them out of business. You know what I'm saying? So he was smart.
Very smart.
But that's what made me start recognizing the business.
Him. I think Master P opened the eyes for a lot of people in the business. You know what I'm saying? Like how to do it, how you can create different lanes for yourself, not just being outside of an artist.
I heard Snoop say in the interview said, the people that you thought had the money, they had the money. Master P had the money. You know what I'm saying? He was like, he had but he taught him different though. He was teaching him how to take your money, invest your money to make more money.
Right.
See, that's what we didn't have. We didn't have that mentor like that.
We had people that saw us as a cash cow. And wanted to ride us all the way to the bank instead of looking at what they truly had and say, let's invest in these boys. Let's teach them. Because like I said earlier, I was thinking longevity while people was thinking short term right now. We get the money that we can get out of this right now. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that really helped Southern Playas go down during that time. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
So, all right, doing y'all separation, like, what was y'all doing, like, trying to get yourselves back together? Like, not back together, I mean, like, get yourselves, individually back together, like, your head straight, like, because y'all know y'all had time apart from each other.
Me? Yeah. I took time out every morning. I used to go to the bookstore in Atlanta. I left Augusta, just moved to Atlanta like in 95, 96. So I left here and I went up there. That's when we started falling apart. So I started going and getting me some coffee. I ain't even like coffee, but I was just up so early because I was so frustrated. I was trying to figure out what do I need to do. So somebody had told me the problem with me was I had an attitude problem. Yeah. Coming from what we did. And I thought I knew it all. You see what I'm saying? So it was right?
Yeah, he right though.
I'm just telling,
I like it though.
I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah, I like
you know what I'm saying? That's just who I am.
Right.
I thought I knew it all.
Right.
But I didn't know it all till this one man called Mr. Clean. Thank Mr. Clean. Hey, Mr. Clean, thank you. Thank you. He told me one day, he said, I would sign you, but your attitude stink. And you don't know nothing. And I said, huh? He said, it's going to take you 5 years before you understand the business. He said, start now. You need to go to the library or find some books and start reading. And I was like, man, this man don't know what he's talking about. But believe it or not, bro, it took me 5 years to understand what was going
on. That's crazy.
See, I started reading those books every morning. And I started noticing. And he was telling me, and I started seeing it. I said, I don't know nothing. I thought I did. My head was big from what we had did.
Right.
We was touring, everybody knew it. I was like, man, we're still on top of the world.
Right.
You know? But the group on top of the world, not you. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
See, I had that confused. But he had to put me in my place. And ever since then, man, I'm so humble. I do more listening than talking, because that's where you mess up at. You do a lot of this and none of this, you'll miss something.
You'll miss a lot.
See, you'll miss a whole lot. And that's why I was just too much of this.
Yep. And for me, to get back into the right headspace, I got into the Word, because I was in a bad place, and I got into the Word. I got closer to God, started going to church and got involved in church. And
what was y'all thinking when he did that? It's not cutting y'all. What was y'all thinking when he converted, like went to the church?
I knew he was trying to find himself.
Okay.
And I supported him.
Okay.
I supported him. I let him know I supported him. I said, hey, man, this is what you want to do? I support you. But I also said, we still got a chance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't care if we can't get the group back together. Me and you, we still got a chance.
Right.
And see, I had some of the other guys and even family members like, you ain't going to be that long. You going to come back. We wanted the old BJ back. The old BJ gone.
Yeah, he was gone.
Right now. And that's one of the things that prompted me in 2004 to leave Georgia and move to Mississippi, where my dad had retired out of the military at. I stayed down there for 8 years.
He did.
You know what I'm saying? We still communicated. I came back from time to time, but I was really determined to change my life. And I did. But that 8th year, the sign of new beginnings, it's like God told me, it's time to go back to Georgia. When I came back in 2012, came back to Atlanta, we hooked up. And we was like, yo, let's put this thing back together and rebrand ourselves.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Did y'all reach out to the other members, or how that go?
We did.
Okay, how that went?
But see, the thing about it is being in Atlanta and Augusta.
Oh, the traveling.
Yeah, it wasn't hard for us.
Yeah.
But the other two guys weren't either able or willing to come to Atlanta.
Right.
So we started recording, started doing shows, and people already knew Cantrell, but then they got to know me. They knew of Southern Playas Dickie Ride, but they really didn't know who the whole group was.
Right.
So as we kept doing stuff, they knew Cantrell. Then they started. Some of the guys knew us, like Kilo and others. Yeah. Some of those guys, they knew us when we was touring.
Right.
But they started remembering. Okay, yeah, Southern Playas. Okay, yeah. So then they just started recognizing us too, because we were always on the scene, networking, doing shows,
doing the business and handling our talking. Okay.
Because when he wasn't there, I was trying to just keep the name going by myself.
Right.
And it was hard, because it's just like saying, oh, well, I want New Edition, not New Edition by itself. And Bobby just show up. Right. You know what I'm saying? And Bobby just show up, I'm New Edition,
Bobby show, yeah.
And that's how it was.
Right.
And they were like, no, man, at least you got to have one or two, somebody from the group with you. And then when he came back, I was just so happy.
Right.
Because I knew we could save our legacy.
Right. See, a lot of groups a lot of people don't know that some shows don't pay a group if all the members ain't
right.
there.
Yep. Right.
Just like the Temptation.
Right. Yep.
Like when they went on, they wouldn't get their money if all the members wasn't there.
Yeah, you have to. Like I did some shows by myself.
Yeah.
But I had to go out. Where they didn't care if you had one or two members in the group. They didn't care about that.
Right.
But then I started noticing, kind of hurting a little bit, because now people like, wait a minute.
Where the rest of the group?
Where the rest of the group at?
It make it look like y'all ain't solid.
We came to see Southern Playas, and only you showed up.
Yeah,
right.
Because promoters look at that.
They look at
people
that.
look at that. Period.
Yeah. Right. And that was kind of hurting, so I kind of slid back from that. Right. And I was like, dang.
Because they also, they also put out a bad narrative too.
It does.
Because it's like, even if there's not no problems in the group, if Smoke from Phil Mob, he performs by himself, and Sean J performs by himself. So it's like when people see that, they think, oh, they beefing.
We just seen that.
Yeah,
right at the Freak just left up there. He just popped on stage by himself, right?
Yeah.
Smoke.
Yeah, Smoke. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, cause he came down, I had interviewed him and stuff, and I like, what's Sean J? Yeah, hey, yeah.
Just, yeah.
But it happens, you know.
It happens.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know, we learned that you got to keep going.
Yeah.
You know, you got to keep going. And like we say, when we do things, we send shouts out to the other group members.
Right.
But one thing about being in Atlanta and now people reaching out to us for shows and want us to do interviews and this and that is we've always extended the offer to the other guys. But understanding their situations, they can't come, whatever reason may be, forget it. But the show got to go on.
And nothing to get done if everything's on hold.
Exactly.
Right.
You know?
I totally get it.
Right.
And I am Southern Playas. He is Southern Playas. They are Southern Playas. Whether we're with them or not, if they just say for instance, if they get booked for a show in South Carolina, they go do it. They're Southern Playas.
Yeah, that's also, that means it's pretty good because y'all nailing two spots, two cities at a different time.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
But you know, if you don't want to be a part of what we got going on because there may be some envy, some jealousy, some malice, or whatever may be there, squash it.
Right.
And let's work. But if we're working and we're extending the offer to you and you don't come, don't get mad at us because we're still working.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Can't be mad about that.
You can't be mad about that.
Yeah.
Because you can only do so much.
Right.
It's on you to step. If you really want this, like we want this, you come along with us.
Right.
Because see, at the end of the day, man, we do a lot of traveling.
Yeah.
A lot of traveling. Like people right now, they saying on the internet we hot again. And I was telling him, I said, yo, man, they saying we hot again without a new song. And because Dickie Ride is in his work, to me, honestly, Dickie Ride is like in a world of its own.
Right.
If we go in the club right now, we could be standing in the middle of the floor. Let him drop that. People gonna run to the floor, start screaming like it came out yesterday.
Right.
Yeah, but that's happening. And
It's happening bad.
Yeah.
And let me say this: we do have new music.
We do now.
You know, we have new music. We have Booty Shorts.
Yeah,
you know, we got other music that we've done solo together up under the Southern Playas umbrella.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That we can bring to the table and put together a 40 minute to an hour long show.
Right.
And we
You know what I'm
just
saying?
did
Yeah. I mean, I feel like in the group, there's ways that you still can keep the group going, like you said. You know, even if y'all can't do the whole group thing, you know, if y'all two do a project,
Right.
they two do a project, or they do solo projects. As long as it's still under, like you said, under the umbrella, it just makes the campaign stronger.
Exactly.
And honestly though, I'm gonna keep it real with you again.
Yeah.
That's the problem. We'll do something, but them two guys don't do nothing together.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So it's kind of like saying they want me and him to come back and pick them up.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And say, okay, y'all
do the work, and they just come back.
Yeah, they come back in. Yeah.
Okay,
And so now we can't do that. We can't keep doing that.
Now Tizo is working on some stuff.
Yeah, Tizo
I
working.
gotta say that Tizo working. Me and him talked recently, and I sent him our music because I think he's probably trying to do some shows, and I support that 100%. I would never try to hold anybody back.
Right.
If you're doing a solo thing and you performing our songs, it's your songs as well.
Yeah, y'all
You
group,
know?
yeah, of course.
So no, nothing against what he's doing or Marcus is doing. It's just the fact that we've tried for 20 years.
Oh yeah.
20 years to say, let's bring this back together. Let's do this. Our old executive producer even said, listen, if y'all get together, I got some big shows with MJG and A-Ball, some other stuff that we want to put you guys on. Cool, let's do this.
Right.
But then stuff happens in the conversation, the conference calls.
Right.
It just doesn't fit anymore. And we've been told so many times by so many different people, you guys need to roll.
Yeah,
Do what you're doing, because what y'all doing is working. It's hot, and people are watching.
It's keeping the name high.
It's just all about saving our legacy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, man, I just think that we still got work to do.
Right.
To me, we do.
Right.
Because
It's
if
personal,
you
straight
go right
business.
now to the internet, my main point, the only thing I want is when you go to that internet, our face show up. Not no Luke. You know what I'm saying? Like Luke, if you put up Southern Playas, Luke face is right
Yeah,
there.
I seen that on YouTube.
See somebody, whoever that person is.
Yeah,
they
you
put
know,
that
upload.
on
They, they don't know the history.
Yeah, they don't
know. They don't
But
know.
you know, but YouTube is a big, wide base. So you know, to the average listener that just might hear Dickie Ride for the first time now, they give credit to Luke.
Yeah.
They just typing in YouTube because y'all don't have the video.
Boom.
Y'all faces ain't out there.
Boom.
So
Now, that's about to change.
yeah.
Because we about to do a Dickie Ride video.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we
now
about
that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, we
That's
about to do that.
about to change.
Questions.
Go
I
ahead.
gotta ask you. I've been wanting to know this for the past 20 years.
Okay.
Okay. Tin Cans. Y'all know Tin Cans. Dick in Your Life.
Yeah.
Did that song come after y'all's or before?
That was
Dick in Your Life, what you need?
it after us?
That was after us, right?
Yeah.
Cause there was a lot of dick songs right after that Dickie Ride.
I don't know how dick songs. I know Luke had a bunch of them.
There was a lot of them.
Dick.
Like, what you need?
That was after us.
You got beat
I
up.
think that was after us. Wasn't
That was after us.
it? Yeah, that was after us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, okay, I wonder, was this like a Diet Coke of Dickie Ride? Right? Because it was too similar. You know what I'm
It
saying?
came after us.
Came right after.
Yeah.
And even Splack Pack had that verse in that song. You know,
like it's a
Dickie Ride.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah.
that was after us, and then Mimi and Rhonda Overton out of Augusta, they came with the reprise to our song Coochie Ride.
Coochie Ride, yeah.
Yeah.
Coochie
Coochie Ride. Coochie Ride. Shout out to Mimi.
What was y'all thought when y'all first heard that?
They called us up to the studio, you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
They was in the booth.
Yeah, we made a song.
We made a song. And when we walked in, I mean, it was the whole team, the label, the manager, all of we
Everybody.
walked in. And when we walked in, they dropped it. Coochie Ride.
Coochi.
Ride.
Okay.
So they ain't add the E in it?
Coochi. Right.
Yeah, that's how they did it. Yep, ride. And then that thing, you know, we heard. Well, I'll tell y'all what. Y'all not put that song on the radio no more. You remember that? Because remember we had to write the song for the girl in Florida. You know?
Which one?
The Coochie Ride song.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's right. The other girl. Yeah.
It was another one?
Yeah.
Her joint was. It was tailored to Dickie Ride.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
beat.
Okay.
And it was.
alright.
So that was a label idea?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Pretty much.
And
Was y'all with that or y'all wasn't really?
Man, you know what? Honestly, man.
because we wrote some of it.
Yeah, we
Okay.
wrote some up, but honestly, I heard what they said. Okay, yeah, whatever. Boom, boom, bang, whatever. Bang. But we weren't really
Y'all wasn't
stunned
even
that. Come on,
stunned.
think about this. When you hot and you young, you're not thinking about nothing.
Right.
So
Women. Women,
money,
and whatever else come
clubs.
along, strip club, whatever come along.
love, nigga,
Right.
That's
Magic
who we
City.
are.
Right.
And we had
Blue
made
Flame.
it. Imagine, we from Augusta, Georgia. And we made it. Man.
And that's all we were thinking. Yo, we about to be rich.
We about to put
You know what I'm
Augusta
saying?
on the map.
Right.
And
That's
we
what
did
we
that.
thinking about.
We definitely did that. But we all we saw was Dickie Ride blew up. I mean, we had people before Ludacris was Ludacris. He was Chris Level.
Chris Level.
Interviewing us in the same room with Method Man and Redman.
Right.
We had Greg Street when he was out in Houston
Shout out Greg
interviewing
Street.
us.
Shout out Greg
We performing rubbing elbows with Scarface.
Big
You know what I'm
Scar,
saying?
baby.
Yeah. We doing big time shows like that. You know what I'm saying? We rubbing elbows with Jamie Foxx. We playing basketball with 69 Boys, MC Hammer. You know what I'm saying?
One song.
We
One
in
song.
Source
One
Magazine,
song.
we big time.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So all we were thinking about was, we about to be rich.
Yeah. When the money coming?
We had the skate rink performing with Escape. I'm trying to get that candy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So who was the ladies' man in the group?
Who's what?
Who was the ladies' man in the group?
Don't look at me like that. This guy right here.
So he's the one the ladies like.
His name was Baby Boy.
Baby Boy.
Baby Boy.
No, man.
He was the ladies' man. I think I was the guy that was more like, I'm gonna say I'm a laid back.
You was a cool guy, yeah.
You know, I do my stuff where you don't see me doing it.
You observe.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
I didn't care.
Tizo was a thug.
Yeah.
He was the one to put the hoodie on.
Yeah, the hoodie,
Had the guns tucked.
Red was that guy that
Quiet.
he was quiet, but
Yeah.
he a chief.
So all four of y'all had totally different styles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blended. That's perfect, man.
But that what made us though.
Southern Playas.
You know what I'm saying? That what made the Southern Playas.
Right.
And we never dressed alike. All of us had our own style.
Own style.
That what made us.
Couple shows.
We tried it.
but that wasn't us. Everybody be you.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You know, and that's what made us stand out. And then we all had bald heads.
Yeah.
Right, the ball
You know
head.
what I'm saying?
Look
So
like a bunch of dicks.
I wouldn't say that.
Hey,
Like
put us
Onyx.
together.
Look
Put us together. Look like a
Onyx.
dick.
Like Onyx. Like
Yeah.
Onyx.
Like
Onyx.
boys. Yeah. But you know, that was our trademark. Our bald heads was our trademark.
Right. Yeah, singing Dickie right.
You know,
Singing Dickie right.
And then people were stupid. Tell them about the show you tried to get us at the Pride event.
Oh, at the gate? Come on, man. Look, man.
He called me. Yo, we got this. They want to book us for this show. It was
money.
It was money doing
Big
the
money.
Pride event.
Big money. Now.
He said that.
Listen,
He's like,
money.
He was like, it's money. I'm like, I'm cool with that. Nothing against it. But think about it. We going to a Pride event and we're singing Dickie Ride.
Yeah.
Don't you want a Dickie Ride?
Yeah.
Then I said, okay, well, we're going to do the show.
You know? No disrespect. You know,
no disrespect. No disrespect.
But you got to think about your image.
Marketing.
Yes,
exactly. Because even with like Tank, you remember he performed at a gay show,
and they started saying he was.
Yeah.
Well, he said ain't nothing wrong with sucking.
He had his,
That was
he had his shirt on. Yeah, he had his shirt on.
Ain't nothing wrong with sucking a little.
Oh yeah,
that's what Tank said.
He said
Tank. Yeah, he said it.
What?
Yeah, he said it. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he
ain't
said
nothing wrong
it.
with it.
Yeah, he said
you
it.
and your homeboy sitting around watching the game. You know, ain't nothing wrong with it.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
That's what Tank said.
Nah, there's something wrong with that one.
So
I'm sorry.
So what y'all? All right. So as music is today,
like
as of today, do you feel like music has an impact? Is there an impact in music today as it was 10 years ago?
Lil Baby.
You think? So you think there is a little impact?
Yeah, I think Lil Baby.
It's so.
I get him, Da Baby. But to me, Lil Baby he's. How can I put this, man? He remind me of a Tupac. He's a Tupac
to a certain extent.
To this generation right here.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? Because he could take it from a gangster to saying, okay, something going on, he not to make a song for that. You know, his music just.
He's versatile. Very
and I love that about him.
I love that.
Let's make no mistake about it now. He's no Tupac.
No, he's no
his
Tupac.
Influence and what he brings to this generation.
His influence to the youth now
is huge.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? So he's like he's set apart from the rest.
Yeah, he is.
Put it like that. Everybody else, it's so many artists. No disrespect to any artist out there, but there's so many of them that sound just alike with their beats and their flow. That Lil Baby. He stands out.
You got to give him his credit. Every beat that he get on, even if it ain't his, he kill it.
Yeah, and he got that voice.
If you gonna get him on the beat, you better have your writing skills up. Your pen better be good.
Right.
And see, like back in the days, you could drop a song and that song hit for months.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it just ride and it just sets you apart from what everybody else is doing, even if they're doing the same thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, you drop a song, it may last for a couple weeks.
Couple days.
Couple days.
Yeah.
You may be hot right now. Next thing you know, they don't remember.
Yeah. They won't, because it's like music now is more microwavable.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
They want it fast.
They want it fast.
It don't last long.
There was so much competition out there.
I call that right then. Right then money.
Right then.
This is hot right now.
Yeah.
I need you to go and be him.
You know, you gotta.
That's what they
gotta keep coming with it.
That's what they doing. Oh, Lil Baby hot. Well, I need me a Lil Baby.
I need me another baby.
You see what I'm saying?
That's why a lot of artists coming out with this type of music, this auto-tune and all that stuff.
Yeah, because you know, and that's the thing about a lot of major labels. Once you go to a major label, they want to market you a certain way to be like some people in order for you to get that attention.
Right.
You know, a lot of labels now tell you, especially as independent artists, you got to make yourself hot before we even touch you.
Oh yeah, now.
You gotta, you gotta create that following for yourself.
Yeah.
You know, TikTok, you know, Instagram. You gotta get that blue check. You got to be smoking before we even look your way.
And that's
you know what I'm saying? You do the lead work, and then we'll come in and we'll jump on you then.
Jump on you then. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But in reality, though, that's a 360.
Pretty much.
Yeah, basically what it is.
Yeah.
Basically what it is.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do all the work. I'm gonna get myself hot. Then you just gonna come in and take over.
So how about I do this? I do all the work. I get myself hot, and I just create my own record label and do it myself.
Yeah. I don't understand why artists won't just stay independent. Because like in the beginning, you start independent, which I understand. You sign to the label because the label connects and resources and stuff like that. We get that, but then once that is over, you go back being independent.
There it is.
See, the problem with people want to sign is laziness.
Right.
The reason I call it that is because you want somebody to give you something.
Right.
For them to do the work for you.
You don't want to do that work.
Right.
You want to just sit back and say,
I'm the artist.
I'm the artist, so since I'm the artist, I just want to be a star. You do what you need to do.
Right.
But what they don't realize, it's never about you. It's about this.
Right.
It's about that payola.
If they see they can make money from you, they're going to snatch it.
Right.
You could be you could be the wackest rapper alive and go #1 today.
Right.
Because it's not about the lyrics no more.
It ain't about lyrics no more.
If you got a hook and a beat, you own.
And the biggest thing, a nice ass backstory.
Oh man. Oh you get shot.
You got shot.
You got to get shot. Go to jail.
Get shot. Go to jail.
You gotta get shot 5 times.
5 times.
5 times.
5 times.
Hey,
You gotta almost die.
You almost die. You number one. You almost die.
I told him the other day. I don't remember you. No, I don't remember you. No, I don't know if you remember this, but I told him, I say, bro, why don't people give out flowers while we're alive?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you die, then when people give you flowers.
Right.
Oh, he was the best thing.
Some people don't want to give you the credit for what you've done or what you're doing now.
But we need our flowers, though.
Right.
There are people out there that I've learned that really appreciate us and what we brought to the table. Because we hear this all the time. You guys are legendary.
Right.
You guys are legends.
Right.
You guys are this, that. And a lot of times, I'm very humble. We both are very humble. But I get to a point where I'm like, you know what? I hear that, but I can't get into that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, but some people get the big head over that.
Right.
I don't.
Right.
Because I know what we went through and the struggle is real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it took a lot for us to go through to be here today.
Right.
And to still be here, to say after over 20 years, we still have a song that came out in 96 and here it is 2021 and it's still banging.
Still talked about.
Yeah.
Still talked about.
A lot of 90s artists don't even be mentioned.
Exactly.
Boom.
Just to hear we got a classic, to hear that even some of the young folks are doing videos to it and putting it on YouTube and Facebook.
Right.
And people are tagging me saying, look, you got people doing skits. And next thing you know, Diggy, right?
Yeah,
I'm like, yo, that's love.
Yeah, that's love. That's mad love right there.
All right. All right, so we back. All right, cool. So let me ask you a serious question too. All right, so from do y'all feel like that when I moved to Augusta 4 years ago. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So when I moved down here, I did a history on Augusta as far as like, who all blew from Augusta, like artist-wise, music-wise, just different things. Everybody only mentions James Brown.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But then when you actually do the research, he's not the only one. He's just he's the one that went, he's the iconic one. Right. Of course, exactly. James Brown.
Right.
Been out since.
It's like you say Michael Jackson. Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the ones after James Brown, there were plenty.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get mentioned. Mm-hmm. I said it in an interview. I think I said it in the interview. I forgot who I did the interview with, but I said that a lot of the artists that blew up, Southern Playas, Pressure, don't get mentioned in the city of Augusta. Why y'all feel that way?
For a long time we had certain people that I think didn't give us our just due because we weren't a part of the buddy system.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because there was a buddy system when it came to radio station and dealing with certain people, music so-called execs here in Augusta. They had their picks and they picked and chose the ones that they really wanted to be down with. Right. We didn't fit in with a lot of folks because we weren't part of that group thing. We did our thing and we were different.
Right.
So I think that we were kind of like shunned in certain ways, but they couldn't stop us because our music was, it was in demand.
Yeah.
Just like you mentioned earlier, Fred Nice and DJ Mojo were one of the ones that broke our record. Kiki played our songs. Kid, what was his name? DJ Kid.
Kid Joe?
Kid Joe.
Kid Joe. Yeah, shout out to Kid Joe.
Yeah.
Shout out Kid Joe.
And some other DJs,
Still playing it.
Exactly. So we had folks that played it, but you had some folks that gave us a little hell.
Right.
Nothing against him, but Minnesota Fats, he was kind of rough.
Yeah.
Dealing with him.
Heard a lot about him.
Yeah. He was kind of rough.
He can get pretty rough on you.
Yeah. Now when it came to 12 gauge, 12 gauge got to play.
Right.
But when it came to us,
so what's the difference between Donkey Butt, Dickie Ride? I mean, you're still talking about a personal item. Personal.
a personal part.
Asset, yeah.
Right. You're talking about something.
It ain't no difference, really. It's just that.
I mean, give me that donkey butt and them big old legs. I mean, that's kind of
right. I just think
that's me scratching at the end of it.
That's up in front.
Yeah, I just think that.
Yeah,
that's up front.
You're not beating around the bush.
They
with that
manager.
Give me that big old butt.
I think his manager made more. I think him and. I don't know. I just think his manager did a little more. Meaning, like he went
Flash.
Flash. Flash went to the radio like, hey man.
Flash had connections because he had the premier record store in Augusta. He had the one on Gordon Highway.
Everybody respected him.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So he was able to do more for Gage because he traveled with us.
Yeah.
So he was able to do more because he had that foundation and the connects.
Right.
With us, I think we had no disrespect to Rufus. If Rufus sees this or if he's watching, it is what it is, bro. But we had people that were like more underhanded in doing things and lying to us instead of focusing on let's blow them up, because if they blow up, we blow up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If they eat, we eat.
Right.
You know, instead of y'all eating and we getting scraps and we the artists.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the difference between Donkey Butt and Dickie Ride, I think, is I can't even say the era because it was pretty much the same era. It dropped in 93, we dropped in 96.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I think it's just when you listen to the song, it's just the feel of it was a little different.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it was the people behind the music. I think he had the right people. I'm not saying that we didn't have the right people, but they focused more on Gage.
Yeah. Cause even with like, cause I did a lot of research on some of the artists, like, Daisy Dukes, that was on the movie.
Right.
Soundtrack.
Right.
I think it was Fat Beach?
It was Fat Beach, I think.
Fat Beach.
Fat Beach.
Pressure was in Players Club.
Yep, Players Club.
Yeah, he sure was. It was in Players Club. And Top Secret. What was the
Lab
Dance Tabletop.
Yeah.
That was in the
movie. That was in the
we
movie.
was on a what was that show? It was in the movie too.
Yeah.
And then we was also they played us on the cheerleader contest.
Yeah, the cheerleader contest. Yeah, my daughter had called me and said, "Dad, your song."
It was a big cheerleader contest.
They doing the thing of your song. I said, "What?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man.
Did y'all have to make a clean version of that?
Dick Right is a clean version.
That is the clean version.
So how y'all get the Dickie? Because of the EY?
Dickie. Just the dick part is what was the problem.
Yeah.
Because
y'all ain't named it Dick Ride. Y'all named it
Dickie
Ride.
But still, people they ran with that and started thinking all kind of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Because people, like you said, people started calling the radio stations and mothers against the song.
Yeah.
You know, but they really was protesting against it.
Imagine this. Imagine we would have came out with that song right now.
Right.
You see what's going on the radio?
It's way worse.
It's way
There's
worse.
no censorship.
Right.
So imagine that.
Right.
And here's the thing though. We did change the title of the song. We went and recorded Dinky Ride. Dinkey. You know, trying to please the people.
Soften it up.
And it didn't go nowhere.
It didn't go nowhere because people didn't want to hear that. They wanted to hear Dickie Ride.
They want to hear the real deal.
They wanted to spell it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I said, back then, like I said, y'all made the music, y'all music was kind of explicit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same music.
It's the same thing.
Now.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. You know, back then when you hit radio, of course, you know, you had less beeps and bleeps than you do now. Yeah. And you had to do a radio version. Now you can say what you want to say, and in the studio you just bleep. That's it. But you people, it's suggested so people know what you're saying.
Right.
You know, back then you had to do a clean version.
Yeah, you had to. Yeah. Or you want to get on the radio.
No.
So what's in the future for Southern Playas? Like, what you got coming up, and some, like, you know, like what's your future plans? Like,
right now,
just talk. Well, we got a new member.
Okay.
Boom.
You know, first and foremost.
Shout out to the new member.
So his name is Saga Boss.
What's up, my brother?
How y'all met him?
Well, me and him met years ago.
Okay.
He's an artist. He's from Connecticut, but he's been in Atlanta. He does a lot of stuff, modeling, photography, acting, all type of stuff. But he has skills as far as rapping.
Rapping, right.
And so him and I have done quite a few songs together. And
got a good bond, chemistry.
yes, we got a good bond.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And he's well known in Atlanta as well. And Cantrell met him. You know, the camaraderie is good. The flow is good. So Cantrell was like, "Yo, what do you think about just making soccer part of the group?" You know, because he loves the music. He's always promoting what we do, Dickie Ride and everything. And I was
that's
like,
the type of energy you need.
Exactly.
That's a winning team.
Everybody's working. Always wins.
Yeah.
And it's nothing. It's not taking anything away from the other guys. It's just that this, just like with Johnny Gill coming to New Edition.
Right.
You know, we adding to it.
Yeah.
You know, and he's a great fit.
Right.
And when he came in, it was like,
yeah, it's no different. It's no different than you remember the group Player, right?
Yep.
They joined Drew Hill.
Yep.
So it's like one super group.
Yeah. So
it's like So that's dope, man. Okay.
Cool. So to answer your question, going forward from the new member, we're working on a song for the NBA right now.
Oh, that's what's up, bro.
You know, and we can't talk too much about it
right
now.
Okay.
The season just started, but when it drops,
everybody gonna know.
And we're working on this. We just recorded a song. We finished it. Our publicist Shiel is watching, so I can't speak on it.
Right.
It's real. It's a big song because it's about a big event that has happened, and it continues to happen. I can't speak on it right now until February.
Right.
But when that song drops, people are going to be shocked that it's us.
Right.
You know, we got a new song dropping Monday. It's called "It's a Party," and shout out to Althea and Kels who's featured on it. And that's the Southern Playas thing that's up under the umbrella of Southern Playas. And actually, we're supposed to be working on doing a remix to it already. Supposed to be reaching out to T.I. All right, Shiel, that's on you.
That's on you.
So to get him on the remix.
Oh, that'd be dope.
And Cantrell didn't get on it when we sent it to him because he was working on some other stuff.
Stop it.
But he's going to have to be on the remix. That's why we got to do the remix.
Right. But see, that's the beauty of our relationship.
Yeah.
I support no matter what's going on.
Yeah.
Because I understand. To me, we kind of like New Edition.
Right.
If we do a show, he could go out and do solo songs. I could do a solo song. And we could come together. And see, that's the beauty of us. You know, it is no hating, no way. I support. Yeah, we support each other, man. That's what we do.
Right.
That's how we're going to keep. That's why we're growing now. We're growing again. And we're growing bigger to me, than what we were.
And it just shows the versatility of the group and individually and collectively. It just shows our versatility.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we want. We said that for years. We're a versatile group.
Yep.
Because even Raheem the Dream and Kilo and so many other bass all stars out of Atlanta, they always tell us, like that show we did with Raheem and them. When we came off stage, he said, "Man, y'all are different.
Y'all music is
music is different. I love y'all music because we don't try to sound like other people.
Right.
We do what we love and what we feel is gonna make people move.
Right.
You know,
it's kind of like if you really pay attention, we gave Augusta that sound.
Right.
You know, I give it to Daisy Dukes, I give it to Pressure, I give it to Gage, and I give it to us. We came out with a sound that no other people, like Florida, they got their own sound.
Yeah.
Atlanta got their own sound. Well, if you go back and listen to these groups, I'm telling everybody, listen to, you'll notice Augusta got their own sound.
Right.
We didn't sound like nobody else.
Right.
Augusta got talent.
Augusta got talent.
A lot of talent.
Yeah. It's just that people overlook us.
Right.
They overlook us because we're in Augusta and we known for the masters.
Right.
But I keep telling people, if you really go look and do your homework, you'll notice half of the artists that came in out now, they from here.
Yeah, they're a lot of artists come from here. And what I notice about a lot of Augusta artists, a lot of them, they're afraid to do business with people in Augusta because of Augusta history of managers and names and stuff. So it kind of, the city has a bad name when it comes to trusting your career with people because of the history of the things, certain things.
So I guess when you had talked on the phone,
right?
I guess they trying to bring Tony Mercedes for that. I guess
they
trying to blame Tony Mercedes for that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna say this.
Right. I don't know him. I mean, I don't know the guy.
It ain't his fault.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's a lot of groups that came under the wing.
Right.
And they came under the wing and they failed under the wing. As far as not failed as failed, but they, the careers didn't go as far as financially the way you wanted. Under the wing.
Well, I'm gonna say this just to Tony Mercedes was learning as well.
Right. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Because he didn't always know what he was doing.
Right.
And he was learning, and a lot of the stuff that he learned, it came through failing in certain areas with other people's careers. You see what I'm saying? So as he was learning, they were learning, and it was bumpy along the way. Yeah. So I got to say that on his behalf. Right. Now, could some things have been done better? Of course. Right. You know, during that time, was he sort of looking for a way to get over? Could have been. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because when the real money started rolling in, some people change. Yeah. And all they may see you, but they see the money that you're bringing in. Yeah. And they look for ways, okay, to get that money. You know, I'm gonna cipher a little bit to you, but the majority is coming to me. So if I can tweak these contracts to get you to sign a contract that's saying you signing over your rights to me, you're publishing to me, you know, but I'm kicking you out cash. When you come and talking about where's my money, I'm giving you a car, right? Giving you a drop top Mercedes, but just to appease you, just to please you.
That's what was going
on.
Yeah,
Mercedes a piece.
Not us. So, another artist that was up under him.
Oh, a couple artists that we know that was up under him. Not us. Not us.
But that would have been 4 Mercedes he got.
He got it right. I'm gonna tell you when he got it right. When Daisy Duke came out. That's when I know Tony had found his niche.
Cause that was a big record.
That was a big record.
That was a huge
Well, I gotta also give credit to L.A. Snow. Because L.A. Snow was about his business as well.
Yeah, Snow about his business.
He was about his business.
I respect Snow
he
a
stayed,
lot.
Like he basically stayed up on it.
Yeah, I respect Snow a lot.
Yeah,
man.
I respect both of him and Creole.
Yeah, Creole, yeah.
But Snow was about his business.
Yeah, Snow definitely about his business.
Right. You know?
And that's how you got to be though. But yeah, Tony, man, to me, I seen it from when he had Prince Raheem and all these people going on tour. I was there. He was a good dude.
Yeah.
The problem was you had to have a hit for him. He could sign you, but he can't make you make a hit. Yeah. You had to. It wasn't his job to say, well, you think it's a hit, but he'll know. No, that ain't a hit. And see, a lot of people fail because you got them yes mans around you.
Right.
Yeah, that's a hit, bro. Yeah, that's a hit. In reality, you got to have somebody say, hey, man.
That ain't it.
That ain't it.
You know, let's keep it real. I know we boys, but I need you to know that ain't
it. And see, they didn't have that.
You know,
see, we did each other like that.
Yeah. So when you got a bunch of people that's just riding on your coattail because they feel like you're gonna take them with you to where you're going, of course they're gonna become yes men.
Right. All day.
Oh yeah, that's the one. You know, but behind your back, man, that ain't.
Because all they want to do is smoke.
You know, drink.
Get with girls.
Yeah,
they not really studying your career.
Right.
They ain't even here for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's why when I see back then, but especially now, when I see a lot of these artists got this huge entourage.
Yeah.
A lot of them are just there for how they can benefit off what you got going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we don't need a bunch of guys around us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know who's trying to get in my pocket. I don't know who's trying to backstab me.
Right.
You know,
I don't know who know the words of my song.
Exactly.
I don't know the words of your song.
All they doing is bopping to the beat.
No, we in the club, free.
You rapping and you get in the mic like, all right. They be like,
what happened? Yeah. Get the mic back.
But yeah, with that Tony Mercedes situation, you know, the people that dealt with him directly more than we did, they can really speak on.
Those are the ones that got really affected by it. Yeah.
Let me say this. Tony Mercedes did not like me as a rapper.
Because he spoke his mind.
Right.
He spoke his mind for one.
Tony did not like me.
He didn't like the way he rapped.
Yeah, he didn't like the way I rap. He didn't like nothing. So what happened was when we did Digger Ride song, he didn't even know I was on the song.
Dang.
He didn't even know that I was a part of the group until one day he was like, yo, who is that? He asked me, he said, yo, who's in the group? And he was like, yo, baby boy. He like, baby boy.
He did not like that dude.
He did not like me, man.
He swore up and down he couldn't rap.
Yeah, he swore up and down I couldn't rap, man.
But when Diggy Ride dropped and we went to his office and we dropped it on him, who was that?
Yeah. See, he didn't know.
Really?
Yeah. See, he didn't
and then
know.
B-Rock even said after we recorded Diggy Ride, B-Rock said those were some of the best lyrics that he's ever worked with. You know, on Dickie Ride.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it just, I listen to it over and over again now, and I'm like, yo, we were really before our time.
Yeah. We really was.
Yeah.
Write that thing down to the ground. Just a little scenes.
We got songs that we recorded that nobody has heard. It's a party. No, do you want to party?
Say hell yeah.
The dip?
Dip, yeah.
You know? Yeah. And we forgot about when we recorded with Major Turnout.
Right. So let me ask y'all a question. You know, let's go to some let's go into the world. Okay. So far as this COVID thing that's going on, you know, the vaccination shots, you know, they causing separation as far as, you know, who got vaccinated, who did. How do y'all feel about that, you know, about that situation and, you know, the COVID as a whole situation?
Well, I done had a couple people that's real close to me die from COVID.
No.
So I do believe it's a COVID virus out here.
Right.
And about the shot thing, it's your decision.
Right.
But it's going to come a time where you're going to have to get it. Because the way the world's going right now, and if you really pay attention, if you in Atlanta, they done took the nurses out the hospital and put the army people in there.
Oh, so the army people in there?
Yeah, they in the hospital right now.
Oh, man.
All right, so nurses not, because they quitting.
Right.
So now they bring the army people in. So now when you go into the hospital and you sick, and if you don't get that shot, they don't let you out. So that's what's going on now. A lot of people don't even know that.
Right.
But it's going to come a time where you're going to have it, even if you don't want to get it. If you want to go places, because you're going to have to show the card.
Show the card, yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, I got vaccinated. I didn't want to.
Right.
But I was like, yo, you know, if you out here performing, you want to make sure.
You around all these people.
You around all these people. I got to try to, I don't have no, either you do or you don't. You're going to die or you ain't.
Right.
That's just how I look at it. And I seen, then you can have it. I seen on the news where this lady was crying. And she said, if my husband would have took that shot, he would have been sick, but he wouldn't die. Let's go get this shot. You know? And that's all see, they don't show you that. Right. You have to, they're just like reading the book. They always say you put something in the book, people don't read it. Right. But you have to look. See, you could be on the internet, but you be looking at the wrong thing. See, I'm on the internet, I'm paying attention because right now that's where everything at. And I see that, man. I seen that 3 or 4 times. I was like, yo, man, I need to go get this shot. Right. Because I got known to protect me, protect my family. I got to protect the people that I'm coming to perform for, you know. Right. So, and then I got to protect myself. I love me. Right. You know, so that's why I did it.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of conspiracy theories out there, and it's up to you as an individual as far as what you choose to believe. Mm-hmm. You know, one thing that I always say is to each his own. Right. You know, individually, collectively, as a family, you got to make that choice for yourself and what you believe. You know, I hear people say, well, I pray about it. I'm covered in the blood of Jesus. That's fine. Right. You know, it's your choice. I got the vaccine. You know, me and my wife, we talked about it. At first we debated. We said, we're not going to do it. Right. You know what I'm saying? We've been fine all this time, you know, so why get it now? But then it got to a point, my dad, my mom, they got vaccinated. My mom, before she did, her, my brother, and my sister, my stepdad caught COVID. You know, and I was kind of worried about them because my mom is 74 and my stepfather has diabetes. And I was worried about them, but they pulled through. So I said, you know what, my kids, my family, I'm going to do it for them, for myself. We did it, fully vaccinated. Right. You know, thought nothing else of it. I hear people talking, oh, I got sick, or what if this, what if they put a chip in you? What's going to happen later if you get sick? Well, all kind of crazy things.
Your chip is in the fluid?
Yeah.
So that's what they're saying.
So I said, okay, well, that's your choice, is your belief, okay, but I'm fine. Right. This is me. I've had people that I know that have died from it, whether they were vaccinated or not. The vaccine is not going to save you from not getting COVID. It will help as far as sickness, but even people who are vaccinated have died. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of what, you're taking a chance. You know, you're taking a chance not being vaccinated of catching COVID. You're taking a chance of being vaccinated catching COVID. Okay, but it's your choice. I just don't feed into all the hype about that. I don't feed into the media frenzy when people want to bring it up and it's all on Facebook and this and that and everybody want to debate about it. I don't get into it. Right. It's your choice.
Yeah. That's like a win-win. That's a win. That's a lose-lose situation.
That's what I was saying. Yeah. If you do, you don't.
Think about this. Wintertime coming up. Guess what a lot of people going to run and get? The flu shot. Right. So tell me the difference. The flu shot, the vaccine shot.
Yeah. Right.
You know? Right. But it's the same.
And I ain't never had a flu shot.
Same difference.
I ain't never had a flu shot.
And I ain't never had the flu. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I've had the flu. You don't want it. No, especially if it's
thank you,
full-fledged flu.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, well, no, let me take that back. I did get the flu shot some years ago, I was sick as a dog because they put the flu in you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never do that again.
Never. Now,
I got the flu shot once, and I said I'd never do it again.
Yeah.
I mean, not because I'm afraid of it, just that I've been fine all these years without it. I did it then because my dad was like, well, just do it.
Right.
All right, Pops, I'm going to try.
I did it because of my job.
You see, that's another thing. Jobs are demanding people.
It's a lot of jobs that are fighting against it. It's a lot of companies and corporations that are going to have to go along with the mandate because of the fact that how the government is doing it now. If you don't, then you're going to be fined, or small businesses, they can shut you down.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And they're trying to force that on a lot of people so they can hit those numbers that they promised in the beginning. This Biden administration. Right. And I get it, and there's other politics involved in it. And I get what they're trying to do and what they're trying to go with it. But my thing is this: a lot of people need to understand. We're complaining about COVID and how you can go to these functions and get infected and this and that, but you're going into a lot of places where a lot of people aren't vaccinated.
Right.
And you can't be afraid of the vaccine and of the shot. I mean, and of COVID.
Right.
Like you said, come on now, you gotta
weigh your options here.
I don't want to catch COVID, but I won't get the vaccine. I don't want to wear a mask, but I want to go to the party.
Right.
Come on now. But once again, it comes back to it's your choice.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
It really is.
And don't come at me talking about, BJ, how you gonna be? I'm not saying I'm with you or against you. It's your choice. I did it, and I'm good.
Right.
The only thing that happened to me is when I got the shot, I took the Pfizer, and I had a kidney problem for a minute. So and that's been going on lately.
That's why she punched you in your kidney. Stop playing.
But I'm good now. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? But I'm straight now. But I was having that problem bad. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is.
I know people that got the shot and they said they got sick briefly.
Yeah, I know some people got sick too.
Yeah, but then they said they bounced right back.
Yeah,
and I heard some people that got the shot caught COVID again.
See?
Yeah,
caught it. Some people.
But see, here's the problem with that. When you got the shot, when they was telling people, "Yo, get the shot,"
right,
and you don't have to wear your mask. That was the problem.
Yeah,
because people still thinking, "Well, if I get the shot, I ain't gonna wear my mask." No, you still got to get the shot and wear your mask. That's the only way you're gonna stay protected.
Well, if you're asymptomatic and you got the shot, you still could be a carrier.
Yeah. Because some people have it. Yeah. Like I know somebody, Kelly Price. You heard about her?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She got COVID. They call it life COVID.
Mm-hmm.
She has a life.
Because you have life what is it? Life lasting symptoms. or what they call it, complications.
They can attack your immune system and stuff.
Because she had disappeared for a minute, and then nobody knew where she was. Yeah, they were looking for her.
Yeah, they were looking for her. Her sister was telling people, she's okay, this and that, but people we haven't seen her, so we're concerned about her.
Yeah.
So.
Then there's some people bodies, some mutants out here where their body's immune to it. Like they've been exposed to the wild. They call it the wild COVID. Right. Exposed to the wild, out here, and it doesn't affect their body at all. Right. It's in their body, but it doesn't affect them.
Right.
Right. They don't even spread it.
Yeah.
Right. So I just tell people straight up.
Yeah.
It's just like the flu. We're gonna have to live with this.
Right.
I mean, it's
gonna be something. COVID gonna be, like you said, it's gonna be like the common cold.
Yeah, it's gonna be just like that.
It's gonna be one of those normal common things. Yeah. They even do it cause when you remember when it first came out, it was deadly.
Right.
Then it became, all right, you got 7 days to come back to work.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Are you gonna lose your benefits?
Well, see, here's the thing. The government, the doctors, my take on that is all these smart people in this world, they were trying to figure it out. And they were giving their best guesstimation on what to do to handle it. Social distance, 6 feet apart, quarantine for 14 days. So that's the best guesstimation about something that they've never dealt with to this extent before.
But I never understood how can you have a calculated time on something that's airborne? Because when COVID was announced in the United States around November, January of 2020? 2020, January, the beginning of the year. Yep. And right after COVID,
actually,
we went and shut down.
It was like November, December of 2019.
Yeah, 2019 started, and then we went and shut down January. Mm-hmm. I remember because Kobe died in the helicopter, and we went and shut down, I think, during that time or after one of them. But I just don't understand, just the whole process of how you just know something, data, it's going to be here next week. We're going to shut down because COVID's going to be here.
Man-made.
Right. It's like, right.
The only way you know is something's gonna happen if you making it yourself.
And then the only way it can be airborne, it has to travel through a bird, a mosquito.
A mosquito.
It doesn't fly through air.
No, put it in a cow. Put it in the cow, kill him and cut the meat up and put it in the stores.
Put it in the stores. Yeah. Because, you know, even in meat, like when you buy meat in the market, they spray pesticide stuff on it to keep the meat from decaying.
Right. I just heard about somebody died. They were talking about somebody in the radio, somebody died last week from eating chicken.
You know, it's things that they're telling you now that is deadly to you. They said eating too many eggs.
Yeah. I heard that.
You know,
so I need my protein.
You know,
but I thought eggs was good for you. I thought eggs were good. They said even if you drink the egg yolk is bad.
Yeah, that's what they saying.
Yeah,
you know,
to me it seemed like somebody told me that eating tomatoes ain't good.
Well, processed food is bad because of the stuff that they spray on this stuff and the chemicals and everything. Right. That stuff is not meant to go in your body anyway.
Right.
You know, but we that's why diabetes, cancer, all these things have been created through the things that man has created. And when people say man-made, the chemicals that go on the
that
food,
we put on it,
the stuff, the pollution, the exhaust is in the air that we breathe in. You see what I'm saying? All that is man-made, and a lot of these things that people are doing that's an abomination, that's creating this bacteria, that's birds and bats eating the fruits or the saliva on the fruits, and we eating the fruits and we don't clean stuff off, and all this stuff works together to create a lot of these diseases that we face in life.
Right.
It's not just that stuff is made in a lab somewhere, which I think they are experimenting. They do.
They over there.
But it's some stuff that was supposed to be natural that people are doing that's not natural, that's creating a lot of stuff.
Right.
But see, a lot of people don't want to think that way. You see what I'm saying? So it's an accumulation of a lot of stuff. Right.
But
that's why as individuals, you got to do what you need to do to protect you and your family.
And your family.
Sure. Yeah.
Get out of here.
Flying bug.
You ain't flying no more.
All right.
Yeah.
So, okay. All right. So before we slide off on NewbieVet, how can they get in contact with you guys? And is any shout outs you want to give?
Here we go with the shout outs. Let me give a shout out to Ray Ray and Nuck Nuck.
Pookie and Uncle Luke. Pookie and them.
Well, you can find me on Facebook at BJ Bowman, BOWMAN. You can find me on Instagram at BJ_Bowman1. Also, you can find us at the_Southern_Playas, PLAYAS.
Right.
Playas.
Not Z.
Okay.
S.
You can find me on TikTok, BJ Bowman38. Am I on Snapchat?
Are you?
I like to snap and chat. I don't know if I'm on Snapchat, but somewhere.
You snap in your chat or you Snapchat?
Chat. Twitter, BJ Bowman38. You can follow me to the gas station. You can fill my tank up if you want. I'm just saying.
I got $2. Well, you can find me at on Instagram, Cantrell_Lopez, Facebook, Cantrell Lopez, and that's all I'm on.
That's it?
That's it.
You're not in that jailhouse?
Nah, I hope I ain't in there. I gotta go get that book and look.
When I come to Augusta, I always look in that book. I always see somebody I know.
I see somebody every time.
Yeah.
Oh man, I work with him, man. What he doing here?
And they always be looking like them.
Yeah.
You did it. What you mad about? Gotta send a shout out to my wife, Anitra Bowman. Hey, babe.
What's up, boo boo?
Right.
Yep. Send a shout out to Nina. What's up, baby girl?
Gotta send a shout out to my
Bookie
team,
Bear.
Soccer Boss Cat, Queen Diamond, Entertainment, Publishing, Shiel Robinson Publishing, our publicist. Gotta send a shout out to TLA, Tina Bridges. Y'all know what it is. Shout out to everybody. ATL, y'all know what it is. Augusta,
Georgia.
Everybody in Augusta, all our supporters.
Everybody in Augusta, man.
Every DJ. Y'all know who y'all DJ Trey Bills. I know you gotta send a shout out to you. If not, he be
yeah. Send out Chris, DJ Trey Bills.
He be like, what about me?
Send out Security George. What's up, man?
Hey, Eastman, Georgia. We coming your way October 30th.
Next weekend.
All right. Send a shout out to BMF, and all the other artists is gonna perform it. Huntsville, Alabama. We'll see you guys on the 6th. So Walisa, Ashley, shout out to y'all Club Envy.
Huntsville, we coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Mama and them.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to the Lord. That's it.
Hey, appreciate you for the interview, bro.
Man, no problem. God bless, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Ooh.